Hey Donovan, here's our front view, or I call it a catcher's view. And there's a couple things that I look at in here. The number one priority thing I look at is I look at to see what the shoulders do, or what the glove does when our foot lands. Ideally, when our foot lands at the end of the stride, that glove side should be pointing right at the target with our shoulders right on the target, so the front shoulder right on the target. Okay, that's priority number one. Number two is I look at your load to make sure that you're getting a good bend. And then number three, I'll come in and I'll look at this front foot to make sure that you're landing either on a line. If I was to draw a line from the middle of your foot, and I'll keep this here so we know it. Okay, so from the middle of the foot, I can draw a better line than that. There we go. All right, now let's start through this and see how we do. All right, so at the top of the leg lift, I can't really tell if you're moving forward, but then we're coming down. Now this is our bend to the back leg, right? So this is the bend to the back leg. See that, how you bend it down, which is good. However, I don't think that we got much momentum. We talked about as we bring this leg up here to get these hips moving forward toward the catcher. Okay, I think if you get moving a little bit sooner there, and that's what studies show, high velocity pitchers will get their body moving sooner, is I think you're not going to stride. You can see where you stride over here. So you're throwing across your body. All you gotta do is get some forward momentum closer to this line and you'll fix that, okay? Let's go back and draw our line. All right, the other thing that we're doing is, remember, there is a stride phase and a throwing phase. The throwing phase is when this glove pulls out or the elbow pulls in and brings it close to the chest. What we're doing is a double whammy, okay? Not only are we pulling out the front shoulder, but we're really reaching out with this glove way too soon, okay? So what's happening at that point when you land, which is right here, you can see how far all this happened too soon. We need to delay that until our front foot lands right here, okay? So at this point you become what's called really rotational. We didn't get much power out of the body, the lower half, so what we do is we're trying to use the upper half to throw the ball, and that's pretty normal for kids to do. But ideally, if you want to throw hard and you want to keep your arm healthy, we have to use this lower half. That's the bullseye, or the key to throwing hard and healthy. So right now you're doing the best that you can do. You're not using the lower half and you're using all the upper half to throw the ball. Similar to hitting, to where you're not using your hips in hitting, but you're just using your strong upper body. And that usually happens for stronger guys like yourself and bigger guys like yourself, because they feel they can muscle it. They don't realize how much power lies in here because they're so strong up here. Once you get this going first and then have this take over, your power will be like 4 times the amount. Okay, so, and then you'll see where you're throwing the ball, how your hand is coming way over here on the side rather than finishing here at the front knee, which is what we want it to do. And then you can actually see the direction of the ball going way off outside to a right-handed hitter. So there's a few things that we need to work on. What I always say is don't get overwhelmed by this. We work at one thing at a time, and in learning, remember, the learning part of it is where you feel that it's uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right, this doesn't seem like I'm doing it right, it feels strange, I feel geeky. All that's part of learning, because if it felt pretty normal to you, then we wouldn't really be learning, we would be doing the same thing. So I look forward to working with you, and also highly recommend that you have to do these things outside of the lesson, because the lesson just won't do it alone. So the stride drill and other the things that I recommend that you do, that's the quickest way we need to get to where we need to be.